Hey everybody, this is Ben here from Connected Worship. Just wanted to let you know I have this little EP album of songs that I wrote that I wanted to share with you guys. I call it Holding Nothing Back, pretty much because of how passionate these lyrics are to me, and I just feel like I'm holding nothing back with these songs. And so if you're willing, I'd like to talk to you about the songs individually, the journeys and the stories behind each one's, and where I was in my life and what they mean to me and what I hope they mean to someone listening, maybe you. So anyways, here we go. I'm going to go backwards through the list of songs, starting with the last song first. Have Your Way, O Lord.
You have my whole heart now.
Have Your Way, O Lord is kind of a very personal prayer in a lot of ways, not necessarily personal to me at all times, but it's a very intimate prayer. I've prayed these words very often, almost daily, sometimes more than once a day, depending on how my day is going. I go through a lot of my early journalings and songwritings, and I read a lot of my early stuff, and it's very much songs and stories for the baby Christian, the new Christian, in the early stages of their walk. But this song, even though it's very simple, it definitely speaks to the more spiritual me. And so maybe it speaks to the more, spiritually mature person out there in a way that maybe some of my other songs don't. A long time ago, I wrote a song called Lay It Down that kind of sounded a lot like Free Fallin', but I didn't realize that till some of my friends heard it and commented. And then after that, all I could hear was Free Falling. And then I realized, even though that's a great song and has a lot of passion in it, it wasn't the right kind of passion for what I was trying to say. And but I've really fell in love with parts of the song, and the message of the song was about surrendering to God. And I don't know, I kind of kept it on the front of my mind, trying to rewrite it, trying to fix it. But the one part of the song that just stuck was it was like almost a filler part between the bridge and the chorus, and it went, have your way, O Lord, over and over again. And I was just drawn to that. And I'm a control freak, and I like being the driver in the car. I get uneasy when I'm not in control of the outcome. So giving up control to God is a scary thing to me. It's a scary prayer, in fact. There's a lot of times where God knows what's in my mind, and I'm about to pray it, and then I flash all these possible scenarios of how, if I let go of control to God, how it might be scary or rough, and so it's not natural to let go, and I'm just fighting it. And so I find after a split second of that worry, then I realize there's peace, because God's ways have worked out pretty darn good for me in my life. He brought my wife and I together, and now I have a family, and those are the things that I would not give up for anything in the world. So that one split second of chaos is that worry, that anxiety, and then after that is nothing but peace. And so these words, sometimes I have to pray them every day, sometimes I have to say them all the time. But in the song it says, lay your burdens down, and I give you my whole heart now. And that simply says that preparing myself, going through that freak out process of letting go and preparing myself to give up control to God. And I really, really hope that someone out there can hear that too, and maybe reach God in a different way than they had been.
You can have your way. in what I do and say.
The next song, One Name Jesus. We've been playing this song at Connected for a while now. And if you've been to church or maybe you've heard it on YouTube or whatever, it might be familiar to you, but if not, it's brand new. So encourage you to listen to it. It was, I think I wrote the verses pretty depressed. I remember that time in my life, and I remember it was maybe a little bit similar to what the whole world's going through right now, with kind of just wondering what's going on, and is it ever going to get any better? And even the chorus, there's one name, Jesus. There's one word to proclaim, Jesus. And as I'm writing it, I believed it, but I didn't let it move in me. And I set it aside for a while, and my anxieties and frustrations grew. And everything kept getting worse and worse. And I was sitting at my piano in the living room, home alone, no wife, no kids. I started singing the chorus, but an octave up, like screaming it with this just emphasis, with just get it out. And it was so therapeutic. And actually literally shouting the name Jesus made it all pass. My attitude changed totally, and I was ready to move forward. I felt so much better. I couldn't keep going on being depressed after that. And the power, the literal power of the name of Jesus kicked my funk, got me out of my depression. And it wasn't just that. I mean, I sought counsel in my friends and spiritual leaders and all that, but that was what got me to that point. And, then I realized that this song that's kind of sad in the beginning has this, down tone of the minor keys, really just kind of down, sad sound, needed this optimism, this theatrical buildup to the hope, to the screaming of Jesus's name at the end. And so the bridge is words of hope. There's a hope rising up in Jesus. The lost are found in Jesus. It's all the message of taking the early part of the song where I feel lost, the world is lost, I feel broken, the world is broken, to we have found hope in Jesus. We're not broken anymore because of Jesus. And that build up leads into this epic screaming the name of Jesus at the top of my lungs. And that's what I love so much about this song. As we turn to Jesus, he fights our battles, no matter whether it's literal physical battles, or most of the time it's internally. It's in our own heads. It's in our own hearts. And, we got to remember his mercies are new every day, and his grace has no bounds. And we got to trust that he's not going to let us be. He's not going to let us go. He's going to fight for us at all times.
There's one name that we sing, Jesus.
The last song, which is the first song, Be the Light. And I'm not a preacher with fancy diploma or biblical scholar. I don't know Hebrew or Greek. So I don't do much talking when I lead worship. So, and then that's for good reason, obviously. But when I don't want to preach is when I want to just scream, like, church, we are the light. We are called to be the light. And so let's get off our butts and quit sitting around waiting for something magical to happen and be Christ in this world. And, in Matthew 5, Jesus tells his followers, and by the way, if you're a Christian, that's you. He tells us that we are the light of the world, and not to hide our light, but let it shine for all to see. So that as you're being kind and doing good things in this world, people will see the good in you. And here's the best part: to glorify your Father, not you. And that being said, if anyone out there knows anyone who can play or sing any of these songs better than me, which probably won't be hard to do, please let me know. Please let them know. I would love to hear these songs being done by, someone who can really, really rock it and really, really convey the message. Because this song, I just love this song so much. The message and the lyrics and the vibe of the song, the feel of the music, they kind of collide in this way that the words and the melody allow the passion and the excitement of being the light of the world, to come out. And so I want to leave you with this, that no matter who you are or where you are with God in your life, I want to remind you that life can suck. Struggles happen. Whether you pray every day or not, things happen in life. And it's so easy to slip into a dark place. But we have this hope, the eternal hope that Jesus gives by dying and rising. And we, with constant prayer and constant reminders of that hope, we can be the light of the world. We can be Jesus in this world. We can be his hands and feet. And that's what this song conveys. And I really hope that you guys hear that and enjoy that message and sing along and share that message with everybody.
We can light up the world wherever we go if we let his light shine through us and be the light and shine for all to see. Bring the glory to the King. Yeah, we've got to be the light.
So that's it. That's the EP. That's the 3-song set that I want to share with the world. I hope you guys really enjoy this. I hope it's something that you guys can find some peace in, but maybe find some hope in. And I hope that you can draw close to God in this. And thank you for spending some time with me.
If we can be the light, never letting mercy fade, God's grace will win today.